Let's get straight to it when we're talking about the banking sector, Ed, because US officials are reportedly in talks with government agencies to throw First Republic Bank a lifeline. Now, the San Francisco-based lender has really struggled to navigate through the aftermath of failed Silicon Valley Bank and two other regional lenders in March. For more on this, we turn to Bloomberg News Wall Street reporter Sonali Basak, who has been, I'm sure, aware of all the volatility in the name, the pausing that we're seeing. What's the latest?
Beyond that, in the center of a flurry of telephone calls as well, remember, as we describe the situation, it is a live situation and can best be described as a frenzied last-minute effort to save the bank. Now, whether it falls into FDIC receivership, now there's a sense for the last couple of days that this could continue to limp along as a bank with a clear hole in its balance sheet. However, at this point, remember, we have reported a few times now that some of the banks that were involved in the rescue actually even prefer an FDIC receivership in some manners here. Now, remember, there's another thing about the FDIC receivership. The FDIC, the deposit fund, has already taken a massive hit of more than $22 billion here, tied to the rescue of two prior banks, two failed banks, that is Silicon Valley Bank as well as Signature Bank. So this kind of a hole is a $30 billion hole, and then some. I mean, the exact amount is not quite understood, but it is a large one. So no matter what happens to this bank, it is a costly situation for the banks that are in and around the situation already, the government itself, and of course for the shareholders that are remaining for FRC.
I think the idea, Sonali, is that investors are struggling to understand what of the many possible scenarios is most likely to happen. There's talk in the market that now a US takeover is the most likely outcome.
Listen, and that's what I was trying to convey here. This is very much a search for things to come together here. Now, getting a consortium of people together is a difficult thing to do. And remember, we've reported multiple times here, Ed, as well, that the government would need to be involved in such a manner and pony up a little bit here. Under the FDIC receivership plan, the issue here is which is a more costly solution. The FDIC, as we've been saying, would take another massive hit here if FRC were supposed to fall under receivership. So yes, the market is trying to suss out, to your point, the most likely outcomes here. Again, this is not, you cannot say that this bank will necessarily fail. It's not to that point yet. But it is possible that it does get to that point in some scenario if they don't find a solution.